A utopia, an imagined place or state of things in which everything is perfect.
How y'all doing today? We doing no green screen as you can see, but it's still gonna be a great fucking video.
Let's go ahead and get into it.
Reality TV is fake. But I'm sure you already knew that. Then why do we as human beings love watching other human beings interact? Go through hardships, completely destroy their mental states in front of millions while we all just laugh at them from the comfort of our own home. I never understood the hype and rave behind reality TV until recently I started watching a show called Love Island. I know, we used to build houses and go to war, but it's a good fucking show.
Hey, this to all the brodies that's out there watching Love Island. I got a quick question for y'all. Do y'all use pads or do y'all use tampons?
Shut you bitches, shut up.
And trust me, bro, if you walk in on your girlfriend watching it and you just look at it for a good 20 minutes, all of a sudden a pillow and a blanket gonna spawn in your hand and now you just sitting down watching the entire season. It's magic, I promise. Love Island is a reality dating show where single people like yourself go to a big ass house in Fiji with hopes of finding, you guessed it, love. But the sweet, sweet icing on the cake is the people on the island can get kicked off by the audience or even the contestants vote. It's like Total Drama Island, but everybody's horny. Love Island has always been popular. So popular that the one that we're talking about today, the US version, isn't even the original. The original is Love Island UK, but who really trying to watch Ukrainian people talk over
sprittle or a side of beans and toast?
Love Island is everywhere, and some might see that as a good thing. I mean, a show that gives me the chance to judge other people instead of myself? Yay! But after catching up with the most recent season, I began noticing something. Something sinister about the show that revolves around finding love. This shit is basically a
utopia.
Mostly everything the Islanders experience are set up by the production. I mean, even down to the conversations. The whole point of Love Island is we, the world, watch these single men and women interact with each other for the sole purpose of finding love and the chance of one couple winning 100,000 smackaronis at the end of the show based on if the audience, which is us, likes them. Money and someone I'm gonna have to spend the money on? That's a win-win. They go through these challenges like obstacle courses or spitting food / liquids in each other's mouths. It gets really weird. Don't watch with the door open. Being ripped away from a person they really like because America voted to break them up. Imagine you really like someone. You have a lot in common. She smells nice. She's even caught up with your favorite anime. Then boom, she's snatched away from you and coupled with somebody else. Now she's getting tongued down and you can't do anything but watch. Well, you're gonna have to get over it, Adam 22. This is Love Island, baby. Find someone you're interested in, go through a humiliation ritual / challenge. New person comes in, lose said person you were interested in, get kicked off the show, and get called for a post-game interview. The cycle of Love Island. The utopian feeling comes from the audience and the show itself ability to control everything that happens on the show like a Sims playthrough. That and the fact that the cast literally has to be thrown in isolated hotel rooms in Fiji. 4 weeks, by the way, with nothing but themselves and Australian soap operas. No phones, no friends, just you and that rock. Some of the contestants were making arts and crafts out of dead animal skulls. That's what 36 days with no Xbox does to a man. They could at least gave them a smart TV loaded with the essentials. Netflix, Hulu, Disney Plus, the hub, something. At least they gave them an hour a day to go to the gym and another hour to go to the pool to make them nice and right for TV. But even then, they still couldn't talk to anybody while they were at the pool or the gym. They have to stay to themselves to remain locked in for the show. The people have to endure this solitary confinement for weeks. And even then, some of them don't even get on the show. And that's before they even get on the show. When they actually step foot in the house is when the little green diamonds pop up on their head. The simulation begins. On the island, the contestants have a set of rules that they have to follow to keep themselves locked into the experience. And the rules goes as follows. So the eating situation is a little weird. The boys and girls are separated during eating times. On a show called Love Island, where the boys and girls are put on the island to find love, and they can't eat together, which kind of takes away that intimacy, doesn't it? But that's not even a weird part. The eating isn't filmed because it's unattractive. So on the show, the only part where you see them actually eating is breakfast. And even during breakfast, they're only eating avocado toast and pancakes. I really don't understand the significance behind the avocado toast. It kind of reminds me of the scene in the Sweet Life on Deck movie where they are forced to eat tangerines to stay locked into the experience. It's giving real utopian-ish kind of vibes. You know, even when they're eating, they can only have small talk. They can't talk about anything going on in the show. And, you know, being on an island for 3 months, the small talk is eventually going to get stale. I mean, I can only small talk my way through the conversation
Before I start comparing nipple sizes.
Phones, microwaves, and clocks are banned.
Phones, microwaves, and clocks are banned. Phones, microwaves, and clocks are banned.
They don't have any of that on the island. They don't even know what time it is while they're there. The only thing that's on the phones is a camera and I think a basic messaging app like WhatsApp or something. That's it. Now the microwaves I really don't understand, because if my avocado toast getting cold, what am I gonna do, right? Is avocado toast supposed to be eaten hot? I don't like avocado, so I never really had avocado toast. Is that like a cold dish? I don't know. Everybody on the island is only allowed one small cup of wine. Bitch, if I'm getting my heart broken, if I'm watching my girl get tongued down by a brolic white dude, I better have a whole bottle of LeBronacy on my bed by 9 p.m. Eastern. What the fuck you mean one bottle of wine, one small cup of wine? The cast cannot hear the music they dance to during the challenges. So basically they're just dancing to silence and the squeaks coming from their sneakers. And also the hard breaths. You know, dancing, that's a fucking exercise. The conversations can be told to be repeated in case the audio didn't pick up. So imagine you're having a lovely, wholesome conversation with a girl that you're interested in. Then you get a tap on your shoulder telling you to repeat the whole conversation because they didn't pick it up on a mic. And this last one is not really a rule. It's more of a subtle detail that's there to remind you that every prop on this show, down to the neon signs, is there for a reason. Take it away, random TikTok I found an hour ago.
So why is Love Island so obsessed with circles? Well, it's because the show's main goal is to promote interaction between contestants, and circular furniture achieves that effect. But the most insidious use of the circle has to be the fire pit, because it makes it so that the only way to avoid eye contact during an awkward situation is to look up or down, which are two body language cues that are universally recognized as signs of avoidance or discomfort. So the contestants are left with two options. They either confront the situation head on, which is a reaction, or they avoid it and show the discomfort through body language, which is still a reaction that the show can capture. But what about all the circular decor that isn't furniture? Those are mainly just for looks, but they also serve as a visual cue to remind contestants that they're being constantly watched. And other shows like The Circle or Big Brother also use circles as a symbol for surveillance, but Love Island used to be a little bit more subtle with its symbolism, so the fact that they have a circular sign that says all eyes on me in the villa is kind of crazy.
The rules are just a cherry on top of the freaky ass cake. The challenges and the overall vibe of the show is the true menacing atmosphere that the producers built. You remember those challenges I was talking about earlier? You know, the multiple challenges where they get all mother bird and baby bird and spit food and liquid into each other's mouths? I mean, this place is called Love Island, not a particular villainous individual who is currently known for his mass baby oil storage and doing multiple heinous activities with said baby oil that we would not speak the name of because it's very inappropriate. Island? What happened to icebreakers? Uno, Monopoly, Go Fish? Actually, maybe not those games. Let a nigga hit me with a +16 and change the color to red. It'll go from Love Island to a nuclear bomb site expeditiously. There's one challenge that really blew me when I was forced to watch it while my girlfriend covered her eyes. In this challenge, the couples had to put on sexy cowboy outfits.
What is that?
Get doused in milk, drink more milk, spew the milk in the other person's mouth. The person then spits the milk in a bucket, the same milk that has been in two people's mouths, by the way, and pours the milk on another person's head, then aggressively makes out while even more milk is sprayed on them. Oh, did I not mention they are in hot ass Fiji? It is currently 80 degrees in Fiji right now. I want you to use your imagination to determine
How that chick smells.
And I'm very aware that there are other shows that have their contestants do wild shit like Wipeout, Fear Factor, that one Japanese game show. But I'd rather do whatever these motherfuckers are doing rather than have milk that's been in two people's mouths poured on my head in hot ass Fiji. And even more on the kissing. There's a lot of kissing on this show. Even on the first episode when they were just meeting each other. You would think on a show called Love Island, the couples will get a chance to sit down like normal people, have a conversation, get to know each other, learn each other's quirks and irks. No, the first thing we doing is making out, pucker up. That's definitely the perfect way to match with someone. Why even use Tinder, Hinge, blackpeoplemeet.com? Just go up to somebody and pucker up. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do that. No. Is blackpeoplemeet.com still a thing? It is. So basically what I'm taking in from all this, pause. The people in charge of the show are putting the Islanders in freaky ass situations to condition their brains and their lower regions into falling in love with their partner. But it's more to love than milk flavored lips and dry humping. But that's just my opinion. Maybe my tinfoil hat on a little too tight. I don't know, my bad. And after enduring all this, the rules, the freak-offs, the smooch spam, the weeks of being isolated from human interaction. Of course, there were some cases where the Islanders couldn't handle it. I would like to warn anybody who is triggered by topics like depression or self-harm. So please be warned when I say this. Love Island is a very popular show. I mean, your mom is probably watching it right now as we speak. And when something is popular, best believe social media is going to be the first in line to take it too far. After every episode, there are millions of think pieces, reaction videos, edits, and most of all, hate comments to the people on the show. Now, obviously, these people don't have access to their social media because they're on an isolated island away from their phones. So they have their friends and family controlling their social media while they're on the island. But when they get voted off the island or when the show and experience ends, they then come back to the cesspool of hate comments, death threats, overall
disgusting shit
that they have to deal with when they get off the show. I know I said earlier, this shit is like watching a Sims playthrough, but with the internet being such a negative cesspool that it is, a lot of the people forget that they're watching actual human beings and choose to attack these people because of something they didn't like that happened on the show. And obviously this can result in insecurities being born and damage to people's mental health when they actually get off the show and are back in the real world. And unfortunately, some extreme cases ended in Islanders and even a host taking their own lives. And it's a huge rest in peace to those individuals. Even recently, they had to put up a message live while the show was happening just to remind us that cyberbullying was bad and these are actually people. Having to tell an audience of grown-ass men and women that cyberbullying is bad and these are people, that's crazy to me. I'm not gonna lie, but that just goes to show how far it's gotten. Put yourself in their shoes. Imagine being on an island for 3 months, being yourself, making questionable decisions because at the end of the day, we all human. We make dumb ass decisions. It's the point of being human. The experience ends and you get your phone back and you just see thousands and thousands of comments vigorously disrespecting you. That will put anybody down. And at the end of the day, it's just a show. It's just meant for our entertainment, not to be taken seriously once again. These are real people. They bleed the same color as me and you, not emotionless bots. We make mistakes every day. I mean, shit, some of us are here because of mistakes. I know I was. My mama told me. We learned this in kindergarten, bro. Treat everybody how you want to be treated. It's a very simple concept that for some reason, we're slowly starting to forget. But that's all I have for y'all for today. You know what I'm saying? I know it might be a shorter video, but knowing me, that's probably a damn lie. But yeah, just remember that you're watching reality TV. These people are put in set up situations that are set up to make them act out or be dramatic or whatnot, which is entertaining you at the end of the day. So just remember, none of this shit is real. All this shit is fake and it's just entertainment, bro. Don't take it too seriously. I'm gonna see y'all on the next one. I love y'all. How do I do this with no green screen, bro? It's like I usually have the intro come like this. Can I do that? Hold on. Peace, bro.